Hello, hello. Does this work? I feel like the music is too loud. I don't know. As in like on my side. So let's see what we have been up to. Yeah, switched everything. At least I should have. It's Tuesday. Okay. I don't think anything new is here. Cgen, by the way, I have. Actually, no, I'll do it later. Some disambiguation stuff. And then we have. Right, height of team. So what is this? Impulse something. Oh right, item ID. Oh right, rustc is an issue. I guess I'm just gonna hope still it works. I don't know how to fix this, to be honest. Where is this? This is Cogen moderate. 3-2. Impul item for. So I go through impulse. I'm trying to request the item. Where's my LSP? Impul item ID. Impul item ID. Maybe TCX. Where's my LSP? Guess I can search. Well, that's loading. Oh wait, docs.rs, rustc. That's how it goes. Where is TCX? I don't know. Where are all our queries? It's in the middle, I guess. Some stuff to be searched here. Impul item ID. Actually, this is HAR. Yeah, this is HAR. How can I get this? This is from Impul item. From owner ID. Wait, so I can just get the owner ID. I only have the dev ID though. Wait, Impul ID. Yeah, I only have the dev ID. How do I get the owner ID then? Is there a from, by the way? From. Yeah, that's not the case. So I somehow need to get the owner ID. To def ID. How do I get it from def ID? I guess it's not gonna let me. Still wanna try, but like still. Try from. Yeah, no, this does not work. How do you get the owner ID? Maybe TX. It's probably gonna take local def ID anyway. Body owner. I could in fact pass the body owner into it. If this function. Oh, this has been a long day. Can I get the body? I don't think I can get the body from this. I mean, maybe I can. TX body. HER body really doesn't matter. THER body. Okay, so yeah, I need a local actually I don't even know. It's not enough. Let me get the owner ID. Wait, in return types. From new from new site. Owner node def ID. GR expect owner. So I can get it from HER ID. Multiple ways. Then we have from node ID by lowering decode. That's it's kind of bad. Impl item ID and stuff. So yeah, really from HER ID is probably the best way. And to get HER ID, that's a quest. In the return types. From owner ID. From local def ID. That's not a good way to. Hey, there. Hi. So none of those are good ways. Those aren't even ways, those are just getters. HR body owner, body ID, owner ID, item ID. I need from def ID to body or owner or something. I know there is a body. If I look up function here, this requires the body. So CG impl item must get the body somewhere. Optimize to my R. Optimize to my R. I mean, no. There are other ways to get body. Yeah, rustc HER body. That's from body ID though. How do I get the body ID? I construct it myself. From HER ID. Ah, that's an awesome way. The current crate. The problem is it's also in the current crate because I cannot code gen from other crates. And that's like a huge issue actually. have no idea how to deal with this. Like, I really need to get access to those bodies and other things. Like rustc. Yes. This passes TCX. A reference. I think that's just. Yeah, I think that's just valid for this function. So I cannot actually use it outside, which is annoying. Hey Nigel. Did Badcop fix it? No, Badcop didn't fix it. Whatever, I mean, it still works somewhat. At least it's stuck on first being available, not... Wait, first bash stack actually exists. Why does it not... Huh. Thank you for the hydrate. Nigel, what score were you on? Do you remember? I feel like it's just disconnected from me now. Can I reconnect it or something? Authorize. How old am I? 17 now. Error, create, something went wrong. Back home. Do I message Badcop and ask why is this not refreshing? You're gonna destroy it, aren't you? How much HP is this? 17? Yes. How much? 6 HP I saw somewhere. Yeah, 6 HP. Yeah, that's your best bet. You don't have to spam it, it's once per second. You can just approximately dot it. Just eyeball a second timer. What is this logic? You're just unlucky! It's at 6 HP. I'm pretty sure at 5 HP it's guaranteed. How long have I been programming? Long. So yeah, Nigel, the thing is, I'm pretty sure at 5 HP it should be guaranteed to be catchable. But at the same time, they all have high defense. Can you show the stats? Also, you already had Free Pascal in your plushie decks, I guess. So you didn't move up the leaderboard. So can you show the stats, please? I've been programming Rust since 2023, actually. So not that long, 3 years. To have lower level plushes. Yeah, you need some other level plushes for catching them. Problem is, you need a level that's able to remove 1 HP or something. What's up, Stony? Where is Free Pascal? Level 10. Yeah, so that's... I mean, level 10 is okay. Weird that it took you so long to catch it. So yeah, I'm just gonna message Badcop. That first batch stack is up, but the reward is not refreshing for some reason. Hey, so I noticed that first batch stack is up. Thank you, Stony, for the second. It's actually just not changing the name. But no, like that's the thing. The site is available. So now it's a different issue. It's the first or second is up, but the reward. Oh wait, I could have 1409. Did it change? No, it didn't. I guess it's just locked. It's just nothing changes. Have you seen QV's stream or something? Rest was defeated. He's fled. I'm gonna fix it, trust me. At some point. Oh wow. This again. Anti-gravity. It's like weird engine thingy. Why are you just catching all the plushes for no reason? You already had it. It's like you're not gonna move up the leaderboard by catching plushes that you already had. Means, you know what it means. At some point means 30 streams later. I mean, I wouldn't say 30. It's probably more, but yeah. Well, actually, I'm gonna try to do it earlier than 30 streams. You can always exchange. Damn, this is a good idea. You're gonna trade, aren't you? I mean, that's cool. So yeah, hey, I noticed bash stack is up, but the reward is not changing the name from first, and thus and it does not auto hide when all three have been redeemed. Also, I think italic that I have checked, but I'm not sure. I think it's not changing my score when it gets redeemed. I honestly, I have no idea. I could try re-adding it, but that would mean removing the first redeem, and that would mean you will have an ability to redeem it way too many times. Also, I could change check Stony. Yeah, Stony is not even here, which means it 100% does not detect it. Flush it rating, yeah. Honestly, I'd be very happy to see that. So yeah, all right. We need something to do with macros and stuff. You know, you are just a figment of my imagination, huh? So how do I access the body? I don't think I can access. Who am I talking to? I don't know. I remember the story. So I was watching a stream, or I was rather lurking on Jojo Solo's stream, and she said, like, sometimes I just think that my mods are impersonating everyone in chat. That was kind of funny to bring up now. So it's like everyone is just a fake person except for mods. Well, in my case, it feels like everyone is. Yeah, I also remember another story when a streamer by the name of Remy Chucks just couldn't see messages from one person in chat until she refreshed the chat. And like, they were showing up on stream because there is a stream chat overlay, which is like a separate browser source. But like in regular chat, they were just not showing up to her, which is interesting. Anyway, what was I supposed to Google? Alright, rustc, get body of foreign of a function from another crate. No, it's like the streamer cannot see messages from one chatter of all of them. F5 fixed the issue. Refreshing the page fixed the issue. Like, Twitch has a bunch of issues like that. By the way, you can also see I fixed the leaderboard. Now it shows well, it still shows negative 2 out of 2 subs, but that doesn't matter. Now it shows now that leaderboard does not change, so it's like it does not refresh, it does not reset. That's the point. And Nigel, you are on first and second in clips. Which is also sad that Nigel is the new top clipper for some reason yesterday. And yeah, I changed this yesterday. Super lucky. Oh, and that's the clip that the drop down clip. The bucket, snow bucket clutch. That's like the oldest clip I ever. That's like the oldest clip I have. Baseboard. Uploaded image. Well, that's a great image. Is this actually the image? Is this actually it? Or like what? No? Huh? Huh? Oh, there we go. F5, F5. Well, that's what I said. VPN, no. It's just, I pressed F5 like 3 times, and on the third try it worked. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly the same thing. You can't see Stony. He's not here. Or you just hacked it, I don't know. But like that's how it looked to her. Well, as far as I know. I actually didn't get to experience that. Also, you can remove your own messages. That's the only thing you can do with them. The amount of buttons. Also, that's mod view, right? Don't use a VPN. Nah. I also stopped using VPN lately because like websites are just available mostly, and like I mostly use the VPN for AI websites, but weird thing, Patreon.com. It's now loading without the VPN. I never thought this would happen. Like it loads. But like on the other side, Arduino doesn't load. Like, bro. Whoops. Got you. So yeah, Arduino doesn't load, and that's a problem because Arduino IDE doesn't even boot. So I cannot like actually program Arduinos unless I use Platform.io or some other stuff. Control-Shift-I'd. Knew it. I have 12th. Wait, F12 does the different thing. It's just me. Wait, this is today's. Wow, this has been a long way. A long time. Politics are a pain. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, I don't think I can do this. Network time on dev console, a lot of job. As the people in similar jobs, you would imagine. What can I do? I'd really appreciate an ability to get MIR bodies from other crates, or at least something from other crates. So item is item ID. Item ID is local to crate. Where is LSP? So we have optimized MIR. Optimized MIR is not local. Huh. That's interesting. Optimized MIR is stored across crates. Because like this is def ID, not local def ID. This is very surprising. and very interesting and actually pretty nice. So if I pass in impl ID here, I can actually get the body. That means I can just access params, for example. Wait, no, can I? For args. I can get args either. Those are locals. I can try getting names from that. How come I don't have colored hair? That was normal for rust devs. Nah, it's just rusted. It's like, sometimes you just gotta rust your hair. Yeah. TSC recognizes merge conflict markers. Can Rust do the same? What is this? Oh, right. I don't think Rust can. I don't think Rust can recognize. Actually, well, I'm not gonna try because I don't remember the syntax. Baseboard again. The website that shows image loaded or uploaded or something. You know, this time that work. Merge conflict marker encountered. I mean, it's not that hard. rustc recognizes shebangs. And probably like a lot of parsers recognize shebangs, which is surprising. C++ recognizes shebangs, I'm pretty sure. Or GCC. Actually, I'm not entirely sure, but it should, right? So yeah, I don't know. Conflict markers, I feel like that's another thing. Probably less popular in compilers because, like, yeah, you want merge markers to just be errors and not be parsed. So like there's less urge to implement that, but still. Anyways, so what do we have here? Body. I can just body. Wait, I don't even need anything. I just need the name and generics. Generics. What did generics of use? Def ID. So yeah, we'll use a key. And is item used anywhere? Only the kind. Wait, it's actually useful. So associated items. I cannot check which kind of items this is. But I can do a lot. Can I just look up all the functions that take def ID as a parameter? Ideally on the what's it? Ideally queries. It's probably gonna be a lot. 200 is probably capped. Ooh. Oh, there we go. From new. Is local. I need queries. I need the query with quests. Thank you for the follow. Typo. No. Can I get like item type? How do I get item type? Item kind. Item kind. Type. No. Type is a different meaning. I guess I could type off. So what associated items do we have? Constants, statics, and functions, I think. Can actually check. Const, fn, and type. Oh yeah, right, that's different. So I don't think I can get types. Across the crate boundary. Although I don't know for sure. So the default of the constant parameter given by def ID. A lot of things take def IDs. Type of opaque. Returns the hidden type of the opaque type. Captures and Rust. Obviously not. Rust closures are just types that override, that implement event rate. Just like C++ lambdas are just classes with the overloaded call operator. Well, that's as far as I know. There's like actually in Rust C they're actually like a bit deeper. But where are they? In the type, closures, all closures are unique types, and those types like they actually like have values. So all closures are basically structs. Hidden behind complexity, they're just structs, and all those structs are just captures. So if it's move closure, it's just gonna move all the values into the struct. If it's a regular closure, it's just gonna store the references in the struct. That's the closure, and the code is just a function that's gonna take the struct. And when you like pass a closure, it's just implementing. It's just a struct that implements the event rate. You cannot implement event rate explicitly in Rust. It's an unstable feature. Why is there extra music? Is it outside or something? Or am I going insane? Anyway. So yeah, closures, couldn't you technically call the implicit structure a static? No! Of course not, because a static is not... That implicit structure is the type, and the value produces the closure. It's not static in any way. It's just a value. You can move it around, and at some point it's just gonna be dropped. Statics never get dropped. That's the point of a static. It has a static lifetime. It lives. It starts. So it appears when the application starts, and it. Well, it never really gets dropped. I don't know if the structure does get called after the application ends. After the application terminates, but yeah. So statics live till the end of the program. Closures don't. Closures can be dropped. That's why they can borrow stuff safely. Const of item. How do I check if the item is a const? How do I check what item is? I need someone who knows. I need someone who knows all the queries to ask the name. Like typeof is a very nice query. Wait, def kind, here it is. Here's the answer. Here's the answer. CG item, CG impl item. Well, just CG def. Codron a def. Name key is passed separately to reuse trait names instead of impl names. So we have key instead of item now, which is rustc her def id. So we have key and name key, and now so the idea is variable names. So parameter names cannot be extracted. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing, and we don't care because they come from declarations. So I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I already have the key. Generics. I skip generic stuff for some reason. I guess I'm gonna handle it later. Name. So we convert path. Right, and then we match tcx def kind. Def kind is def kind. Come on. Rust analyzer! Why are you betraying me today? Def kind, returns a def kind. Well, yeah. Def kind A. Just as to make qualify, I'm actually gonna input this as decay. Or actually, I guess I don't really have to import it as something. I can just use def kind. Announce def kind colon. So what do we have? I only really care about fn stuff, fn or a sock fn. Currently. I'm gonna change it to more of these. So this is gonna be the body, and the body we can get the body from a foreign crate apparently. Non-exhaustive pattern. Alright. Everything else silently ignore because, well, it should be ignored. Now this is CG item. Static as the C terminology, not literally Rust static. Yeah, but C static is the same thing. C static is the same thing as Rust static. Except that it's, well, it has a bit more meaning, the static keyword, but what you are talking about is the static variable from a function. It's literally a variable that has a static lifetime, and that is in Rust terms, but like in C terms it's still the same. It appears whenever the program starts, it is already reserved. And it is also zero initialized, but because of that it's not in the stack, and the stack space gets reused, obviously. It is in the BSS section if it's not initialized, which is zero initialized by default, or in data section if it is initialized. I assume that. I don't really know how compilers deal with it. Maybe it's just initializers move out like before main. But yeah, anyway, the idea is static exists throughout the entire program, and so there is only one static, one instance of the static variable, and that instance is valid forever. In case of Rust closures, you can technically have two instances of the same closure. Well, I say the same, but like, is it really the same? Like, yeah, it's the same code, but you can create a function that returns a closure, and you can call this function twice. You'll get two closures. They might move or borrow different variables, so they might own those different variables, those different values. They are independent. And that's why they can't be static, because the value returned by the closure is not a function pointer, it's that struct together with the function pointer, or compiler can figure out the function pointer by itself. So yeah, that's the idea. That's why fn closures, that's why a fn trait is like, it's a trait. And not just a fundamental type. And that's why you have to have vtables for dynamic functions. Well, I mean, vtables for dynamic function traits is literally the function. But like, that's why it's an opaque type, basically. Because you have that struct, you have that state, and you don't really know much about the state. Anyway. So impl cgdef I mean, I really only care about sequence, another way of implementing closures when transpiling to something as low C. Um, well, as I said, you can have two instances of a closure. You can have two instances of a closure, and they will have independent values inside. And if I use static, the values will be the same value. And so it might break stuff. Like, while in practice I have barely ever... Actually, maybe I have seen it a lot more than I think. But yeah, the idea is the same closure can be instanced multiple times at once, or can exist in multiple instances at once in Rust. I don't know if we can create an example so it's easier for you to understand. No, but they can exist at the same time. Like, here's a very simple example. Actually, in fact, I can even do that. Returns create counter, like something like generators, for example. Impl fn fn mute, I think. It returns a nice 32 or use size, better use size. Let counter equals 0, which is use size, and then I just return a move closure counter plus equals 1, return counter, or is it C counter minus 1, and then make this. Do I have to? I think I have to make this mutable. And now fn main let counter 1 equals create counter. Like, obviously nobody's gonna write that, but no, it gets moved. Yes, it gets moved, but like, that's the point. Counter 1. Even in non-move. Oh, you don't. Well, I'm not sure either. Let's see. This compiles. Oh, right. I need to declare it. Okay, let's try without a mute here. Mute. Well, we'll see. We'll see that. No, we do need it to be mute, which is kind of obvious. Look, 0 0, and if I call counter 1 after that, error. No. And if I call counter 1 after that, it returns 1, despite counter being executed twice. And so the counter variable cannot be static, because there are two different counter variables in those two different closures. Those types, in fact, store the variable. You can probably check it somehow using the size of and stuff. And so that's the idea. That's why you can't have a static, because this value, like, it can be multiple instances. You use function on Rust. What do you mean? This is just me talking about closures. Okay, how do I rewrite it to be a bit nicer? I just wanna filter out impl blocks. Really. Yeah, no worries. Fn static const fn global asm. I should probably def kind mod struct new. Is there a global asm in here? Yeah, there is. Impl of trade bool. I mean, this probably stores more info. Yeah. How do I make it cleaner? So what I really need to do is iterate through items so that I can filter out for those impl blocks, and really anything else Ideally, I'd still catch from this, because for impulse, for the impulse items, it's kind of hot. I'm gonna need to change. So, what do I do with this? I don't like the unclean nature of this, but does it really matter? Does it really matter? Here I just forget generics, whatever. I mean, really impul items. I guess I could change this to impul item. Or something. Whatever, CG def. The fact that I can CG a def is very cool. Like any def. Item def ID, it's gonna be the name. And here's the same basically. Item, item is the item ID. So let def equals this. Or key rather. Key. And here I can rename it to impul key. Something like that. And that was meant to be impul ID, not item ID. Deref. Or really I should deref here, but like whatever. This should work. This shouldn't really work. So those are impul items. It's crashing. Where? Trying to control an undeclared function core clone. What do you mean it's undeclared? Oh, because it's a macro. Yeah, it is a macro. And this is a concrete. This is a more concrete type. Well, I guess I can just. How do I do this? So there's something to do generics. Where is it? Create names, generic name. No, because that requires just C middle generic args. Thank you for the follow. Mux 3366. So what do I do with this? Since I have a lot of stuff here, why do I even need a map? Oh, because I convert generic types, right? So in here, well, I have the body. So I need the name. I need the name to be more concrete, because this is just a path. This is just a name key, from name key. So this is an impul item. I guess yeah, I should probably rename this to CG impul item. So for name, here it doesn't matter, but here it's infiltrate, and I need to pre-process the name. I really need to pre-process the name. Do just pass a closure. Just pass a closure here. So that's the idea. So I mean, I have a body that's like wrapping a lot of stuff. So this takes really what I need. Frostbite. Also the order of my parameters is inconsistent. I'm pretty sure I'm passing TCX first everywhere. Let's see, rustc lib. And consistency is important. Yeah, look, TCX backend key. So for this, I'm gonna pass TCX backend code gen and then body. I am pretty good, let's say. Actually, yeah, no, I'm great. I have no problems. Why am I so sad? I don't have any issues. I'm about to enter into university. I mean, okay, yeah, one issue, I am still kind of in a decision paralysis about the university to go to, but I guess I'll resolve it anyway. So yeah. So this function is important. So I'm calling it now. I need to swap this stuff. So in here we have impl item and we have item. How long have I programmed? So you asked about Rust before. I said since 2023. So it's actually a little more than 3 years because I started late spring. And for programming in general, since about middle to the to late spring 2019, so that's a little more than 7 years. And if you include my Scratch experience, which you probably should, because I've tried a lot. I've tried really hard to get 3D rendering in Scratch, but I just couldn't figure out projection. I know T2 Linux. Yeah, obviously I watch Rene sometimes, his streams on Twitch. I really wanna try T2, but yeah, I'll get back to that. I wanna finish telling my programming story. You should count, if you count the years I spent with Scratch and other Scratch-like gamey whatever languages, block-like whatever, EV3 as well, and we do even Lego. That's all Lego. Then it's from about September, October 2016. So like when I went to school, basically. So that's more than. So that's soon. Well, in about 10.5 years, then, if you include Scratch. And yeah, anyway, I really want to try T2 Linux. I have tried installing it before, but it for some reason didn't work. I want to try it again. Not only it's just cross-platform, there's also the SDE. This thing, they advertise it as like Linux distro constructor or something. No, something like that, I think. So yeah, and also I also want to try Gentoo. Okay, so Twitch is broken. Twitch is broken because it does not refill my snoozes. I have not snoozed last ad. I cannot snooze this one. Huh. Twitch. Explain yourself. It's like, I really feel like this is the same situation as with first bash stack. The site is alive now again, but it still doesn't work for me. It's like all those all those features just forgot about me existing. It's like it exists but it doesn't refill. First redeem exists but it doesn't refresh. Like whatever. Yeah, you love Linux. We're on Linux. Oh, you can probably not tell. Because like I have nothing on my screen. But yeah, I'm on Linux. NixOS. I really like NixOS, to be honest. It is a unique distro, it definitely has its own quirks. And the implementation is... Some people hate the implementation of the idea, but the idea is great, they say. I guess, yeah, has some issues, but it's still better than anything I have seen before. And it's like, this unique approach has some upsides that I just really miss in other distros. It's like the same reason I come back to Rust after trying so many languages. And I still like say it's one of the best or one of my favorites. Anyway, so we go through all items, siege items. I don't do this now. I check items, then we have oh okay, oops. Whoa. Why is the text so big? Okay, YouTube chat. Stony, why? You gotta explain the text. The text size. Ad break. Nice just lurking. Alright, it's been lurking. Let's see if that's like actually. I wanna see if that's like actually the case. Or do I know capture the flag? Okay, no, I wait, that was notification text. Huh. Anyway, capture the flag. What do you mean by capture the flag? It's like this is the abstract game concept that you need to capture the flag. I guess I've seen games that do that kind of stuff. Like on Cyber? No. I don't understand what you're talking about. Okay, so ideally I'd inline this function. So for impl, I do not care. I think I just need to wrap generics here. TCX backend key and callback. And like Lucas now went live, it's just the notification is just oops, come on. The notification is just normal. Like Stony, why was your notification like 5 times bigger than anything else? Huh. I'm gonna ask him that. How old am I? This question was already asked in this chat. Yeah, I'm 17. So TCX B string map. TCX backend name map. So like here, oh wait, I don't have the map. I'll need to pass the map in here. You can read my code. That's surprising. How old is he? So yeah, you can read my code. That's surprising. Good job doing that. Good job being able to do that. A fan. I guess I need to wrap generics. Ooh, we have generics here. We actually have generics. Wrap generics, get them again. I'm old. Like, I've been doing cool things when I was young, and many other people are doing cool things, and are much younger than me. So yeah, I kinda missed my age. So this is getting regular def ID, then we're just doing generic soap. Here I already have generics. Do I care? No, I don't. TCX, wait, no. Create, type, wrap, generics, TCX, backend, key. Do I have the key? I have the key. Callback. They're only 15, learning on assembly. Wow. Great. How am I finding joy in coding? No state in coding because of AI? Well, I just don't use AI. I mean, I do sometimes. It doesn't prove very useful in generating code more than like, hey, how is this method called? And it's actually like working sometimes. But yeah, no. Just like before, I've been coding before AI was a thing. And so like I'm coding now that AI is a thing. Nothing really changed in the my coding process. Like yeah, AI you can have Copilot, like GitHub Copilot, S in auto suggestions. Can be disturbing, but it can be useful. For other more AI integrated workflows, yeah, that's where you cross the boundary into wipe coding. That just feels different. I mean, sure, if, like many people. Okay, look, another proof that custom notifications like actually on Twitch actually work. Stony, why is your text? Why was your text so big? So yeah, like many people like vibe coding because now they can code, and before they just couldn't because they didn't understand it. It's just different. Def ID phone, local def ID info. I have a website. Org. This is my website. I have remade it multiple times. But like if you're asking about so that's if you're asking about my website. If you're asking about my website development experience, I have actually made an event that had a website with where you could like write code and it would go to the server. Well, actually no, code would execute in your browser, in fact. So yeah, I have done some fancy things there, but it's not up anymore because the event is over. It's somewhere on GitHub, but that was like my most professional production project. It was so over-engineered for cases where I would have like, in case I would have million of people, in case I would have a million people trying to use it, it would just not break. I hope, because I engineered it this way, but in reality, nobody used it. Or like nobody really participated in the event. I mean, I'm saying nobody. I actually got like 7 or 8 people on the leaderboard. But it was not. There wasn't more than one concurrent user, one concurrent player. So yeah. So this is generics. Here I really need to declare function 2. Since it was generic. Or do I? In here I do. I guess sure. Good thing you left the company. Last company you worked at, your primary job was to do wipe code. They forced you to wipe code and not check the code. What? I mean, yeah, that sounds horrible. But like, you cannot force a person to wipe code. Like, the only thing the only thing like a company can threat is like you're not productive enough. You're slower than other vibe coders. If you code normally, so that's why we hire you. That's the only thing a company can threaten you with, really. But yeah, it's maintaining difficult deadline pressure. Well, yeah, that's the same thing. You're not as efficient, so stop what you're doing. Why is it angry? Provide the argument. Oh, map. Provide the map. I don't use this now anymore, I guess. What is it angry at? T6 backend map. Master Mayar. This needs to be a move closure. Because I'm moving in key. Six is valid in the closure body. Yeah, sure. In context A. Also your hourly rate was $1. Yeah. So backend. Body borrowed for lifetime A, T6 borrowed for lifetime A. Okay, I messed lifetime somehow. Messed them up. I'll get back to it. Go away. Actually, no, I need to fix this. Here. Lifetime A defined here. TCX is reference that is only valid in the closure body, has type TY context lifetime 1. TCX escapes the closure body here argument requires that one must outlive A. Why though? How does lifetime A participate in this? Like, what am I borrowing here? What are lifetimes for this thing? T6 is the one lifetime. Closure is another lifetime. T6 must outlive the closure. Huh? Wait, what? Electronics and hardware. Yay. I'm also a hardware guy. So declaration backend. Oh, that's where the lifetime A comes from. Still, how? Why does it say TCX shall be borrowed for lifetime A? How does lifetime A bleed into this? Like, what else? We have lifetime A in the backend. Oh, right, I need to do the lifetime B thing. Lifetime A, lifetime B, lifetime A, and now this is lifetime B. No? Oops. Yay! Function x5 arguments. Yeah. Right. A lifetime A defined here. Okay, again, another lifetime A. This 6 is a reference that's only valid in the closure body. Is it? Why is it? How is it? kind of lifetime B? Will it, will it just yell at me everywhere? Like, I wonder why it started showing this issue now. I guess for now here I'm gonna do the generic map, which I should really import at this point. Default. I used to be an electrical engineer. Too young. Well, you have all the possibilities, you have all the potential to be one. Lifetime may not live long enough, considering the following bound. A, B. No! What do you mean? Wait, other way around. What's wrong with you? So lifetime B outlives A. Where's that A must outlive B? Why? Which invariant struct TCX is invariant of the parameter TCX. Yeah, sure, but like, oh, why? What's wrong with the body function? Something's wrong with it. Oh right, and B outlives A. Lifetime B. Everything else is borrowed for A. TCX is borrowed for B. Why though? Actually, yeah, I know why. So those must be different lifetimes because backend might be living for different lifetime. No, that's where lifetimes get difficult. Thank you for the follow, Dark Days Dreams. A must outlive B. This usage. Why? Line 212. Because this now must. Oh my god. I'm borrowing B for lifetime A, not for lifetime TCX. I'm borrowing body for lifetime A, not for lifetime TCX. Body's internal lifetime is TCX. Yeah, here I really should just rename B to TCX. And I should look up how I did this in types. How this works. It's, I still need to name it. Did I rename it in lib? Rename it. I did TCX, which is A. TCX must outlive A. So here it's same TCX must outlive A, and I am borrowing the body. This is TCX. That's why. Okay. Are you gonna change your mind? Like, this is exactly the lifetimes. And here I shall rename it. So here TCX, TCX. This should be called TCX. Which outlives A. Get it. Line 212. What is in where? Requires because of the type context generic lifetime, or what's it? Placeholder lifetime. There is it's not the case. Doesn't exist. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why? Why is this wrong? How is this like that? TCX must outlive A. this bound gonna... No, this bound is not gonna fix anything. It's just gonna complicate stuff. Lifetime's defined here. Why? Like, dude, tell me where this type is. Tell me where this type exists. Like, I don't have this in my code. Not destruct. This is invariant over the parameter t6. Sure. Why does this not work? I'm borrowing everything with A. Body is lifetime TCX. Well, type context is lifetime TCX. And this is also lifetime TCX because it's like borrowing stuff. Everything else is lifetime A. Hi, Cuckoo. Is this code? Yeah, it's Nigel's. I wonder how that happened. Right. Okay. He's gonna come back and he's gonna be mad. Okay, so this is like exactly the same structure as in Cogent. Like, why? Row. Lifetime A for B. Lifetime A used for... Huh. This is now used... Oh my god, why? This should be declaration backend of A. Let's see. I hate life. Oh my god. Why is this so complicated? Oh my god. Can you hear the drill? This is such a perfect time to drill the walls. You should be able to hear it, I think. At least the noise, at least somewhat. I mean, I hope you don't. But yeah, whatever. Gdo. Nigel got unlucky with splashes he already had. Which is actually kinda lucky. It's like, it's unlucky to happen. It's not likely to happen. Did not punch. Be another hit. No, I probably need another. Actually, oh, you caught it. Now you're leading. Nigel's gonna be mad when he sees this. Nigel's gonna be mad. Oh my god. Better Unity. Hi, Fluffy Panda. It looks complicated, but also hard. The bird was just silent. What do you mean? I don't think yet. I think it's just sitting there. But there can easily be some bird noises. Gdo mount? Huh. Okay, what do I do with this mess? So I need multiple lifetimes. So I have the lifetime I'm borrowing stuff for, and the dynamic map lifetime, which is what I'm borrowing stuff for, and then there's the TCX lifetime. and B. I'm borrowing B for lifetime A. The lifetime for B is TCX for some reason. So that's a longer lifetime. So here they may not live long enough. Should be enough to say that TCX outlives A. Should have been. But no, no, it isn't for some reason. Like here I have TCX. I have this. I guess that's one of the issues. Interesting. Surely. No, I'm not. I've made plenty. Okay, so that fixes it. Yeah, that makes sense. And I hate that this makes sense. But now this messes stuff up. Because if I change this... Oh, it didn't break yet. Well, it didn't break yet, but if I change this here... It equates lifetimes for declaration backend and but it's still not an error. Oh, that's nice. Can I just define the body? So the body, I already have the name into TCX backend. Wait. CG function name into here. MIR and map exists. Now. User may outlive the current function but borrows key because it's supposed to move the key. Move the mob. Okay, so there is that. I think that's it for the majority. And here, so here it's actually different. If this is generic, I need to do the generics. That's to do generics here. Like the extra generic. I think try to compile. Still need to fix this. This was the issue. Everything else is just the same as before, really. So I need. Oh, I also need to instantiate some functions. So I'm supposed to instantiate. Also, can I get rid of this? Oops. Speed tools. So I can get rid of this, I think. Cogent item. No. Item key. So I check the item. I will have a sock items. I got rid of that. I don't need that either. Although I need to remember the signature. Okay, now. So in body I don't care. In function I need to rust in. Yeah, I'm trying to wash away rust. And adopt its compiler currently. So how do I request the backend to generate the function? So I kind of need a name, and the name here is the key. Ooh, so the yeah, right. is this key just... The key is just a name. No, key is also for generics. So this won't work. I need to provide name. Oh my god, why is it so complicated? It's just because of names. I mean, it's kind of fair, but like I need to partially apply it. Complicated. Whatever. Here's the same. So I need to declare. I guess I need to find the declaration with this set of generics. We have this. So if I pass key and args, it's gonna invoke it. It's gonna instantiate it. Is T6 can be Rust libraries. TCX or type context is the central part of Rust compiler. It's the struct that you use to access all of Rust's compiler's values and like invoke queries. So like you can query for a body of some function, or for MIR, you can query for parser information, you can query for errors, you can query for modules, you can query for basically anything. Well, except for backend, I guess. It's backend class. Anyway, so I need to do basically this, or this, I guess. Here. But from a map. Because, like, I have the types. I have the new name, in fact. I mean, I have the map. So I have guess I can keep that. So I can access args now. So that's what I'm gonna pass to invoke. Oh, and I cannot use names. Oh, this function is limiting. So what I need is to steal name from a different key, initial name, and well, yeah, to change the name. Why is it so difficult? So yes, I want to change the name of the macro to also be different. So this is supposed to take the name of the macro and the name suffix. I guess symbol, that can be a symbol. And this is gonna take the suffix instead. So here I'm gonna do string new, and here I'm gonna do macro name instead, and here I'm gonna do let suffix. Make this a little more powerful. Suffix. Just pass in the suffix. Now steal that. Or actually, I guess I should try it here. So for fun, I get the name for the key. I pass in the key. I pass in the name. Differently though, because I need cg underscore. I guess format cg underscore name. Into welcome back, Nigel. I have news for you. Yeah. Well, you get a fight. Or maybe you can trade something with Kuko. Sympathy flashing. Trading? I mean, yeah, it's not technically defined. You can just trust each other and trade with gifts. Kuko wanna trade? Nah. Yeah, buy Lua. Literally, if you're gonna sell the angry emote, anyone's gonna trade any amount of plushes for that. The entire team for that one thing. But you're not gonna trade this, are you? But it's too strong. What is this emote? Cute moth, huh? 22 plushes. Is it more? 24 plus. Nigel's team is bigger. Oh. Kuku, where did you lose plushes? I don't remember you giving money away. A pair of level 1 plushes. You gave them away. To whom have you gave the plushes away? I was here. Like, I'm a streamer. I'm literally here for all my streams, obviously. Like, no way you have given more plushes away than Nigel. And yet, like, that's the only way this can happen. Unless I messed up at some point and had to fix your config. Which also might have been the case. So I have the name, macro name, suffix, invoke macro name class suffix. Thank you for the follow, Mo Anthony, or quadruple Mo Anthony. You've never had sprites, you'll trade it for something you've never had. Water flash indexes go plus plus. Well, yeah, a sprite, to be honest, I would love to have it. As in, like, if I was a viewer, because like a sprite plushie is just it's so nice. It's just I remember I remember when I tested plushes initially. Mayonnaise. Have I researched? Not really. I just did it. I mean, I know. Obviously, I've been working on. We're asking Kuko. You don't trade with people who are not on the leaderboard. Rude. So yeah, because I've been doing the compiler stuff for a while now, I obviously know some stuff about rustc and other compiler stuff in Rust. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trading you 1,000 plushes. Uh, Maybe I would have if you didn't say that. Just two more than you. Yeah. Is it good to watch tutorial on watching in people coding? I mean, I guess if I understood you correctly. Tutorials are always, well, that's how I became better. Um, so this literally into. Ninja needs to catch some plushes. Yeah, the Ninja just doesn't show up here very often. Args map, args. Expected stir. So kinda like that. And then we have really what I need is this. So like the other name plus suffix, and here I can do name as stir. Well, actually, I just need to convert it to the symbol, or I guess I don't need a stir. Even. Oh my god! I just remembered my dream. Holy. What is rest from T? Highlight a fan. Oh, who knows? Because that's a special trait, I guess. It's not. It's also not rest from T. It's Rust Analyzer probably, or I guess Helix's Rust Receiver Grammar. Like, I don't know. There are a bunch of weird highlights, not only for Rust, but in general. I'm pretty sure I've seen some for C or C++, or both actually. So weird. So. I'm gonna have to do this multiple times, and also yeah, I'm gonna drop an Orco plush if you want. Who's gonna be first to catch it? He'll probably destroy it. He'll just destroy it. 190 HP. Actually, no, it went. It stood pretty well. And oh my god, my numbers are there again. Because just casually giving it away. This looks funny. Orco was caught. Nigel caught up. Let's go. You didn't have Orco in your plushie decks. Okay. Anyway. What do I have on my clipboard? Into. That's not very useful. So. GIMP Dex. Your GIMP Dex probably has like most of my plushes. Okay, so where do I use drop generics? Here, it's different now because I need the key. So, wait, yeah, key. I need to provide the key. So I need to create names, node path, tcx key. So that's a name, that's a macro name. Wait. Yeah. This is the name for the macro, and it's the wrong name for the macro, in fact. Because it should be CG name. So this is gonna be format CG. Or I guess I could put the key. And I guess I could put the key here. So yeah, instead of this I just name key, also def ID. Look, purchasing startups, huh? This is an interesting look. Good luck on your startups. Name key. This passed in separately to distinguish between traits. Well, yeah, just separately, whatever. Actually, no. I should write documentation properly. And I cannot separately for ability to use names of traits from trait declarations. Okay, so there's that macro name. Oh, and also macro prefix string macro prefix plus name into and now let me name equals name clone. This does work with the name now. So this is a regular name. It's gonna be defined cg underscore. I guess macro prefixes should be a stir instead. Static stir. Name key. Also, I'm not using name key. Name key. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess. Okay, format. Macro prefix and immediately follows the name. There. Too expensive. Yeah, that's about how it goes. You're gonna be able to afford them someday. Pierito95 or SNG, thank you for the follow. That's an interesting name. I'm not gonna lie. So Nigel, maybe you're gonna be able to afford some. If I'll ever be able to pay you. Hey, hoping your personality probably will. No, well, if I pay you for your moderator job, then maybe one day you'll get rich and you'll be able to buy startups. And then you'll be able to quit your job. And do plushes for a living. Imagine that. Okay, something's messed up. Right. Not like this. You don't want that to happen? You don't want to be paid like $1 billion a month being a moderator on Twitch? Understandable, sure. I want then. 9 to 5 and yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be 9 to 5, I'm not gonna be streaming that much. But yeah, you gotta do all those Pokemon plushes are waiting for you. So yeah. It's probably gonna be, what is it? 12 to 1, wait, 1 to 12? 1 a.m. to 12 a.m. 23 hours of your job security will go away. Yeah. So rub generics now. That key into, oops. Key into. Twice the key, CG, and the name. I think I'm actually gonna do name into here. Because this is gonna be a symbol. So here I'm invoking the macro. Now here is gonna be the same CG underscore double key. I don't need the name anymore. The name is the name. Now I'll need to fix this and I'll need to fix lib. That's the wrong lib. Right, I need to pass in a few more things. Key twice and the prefix. Now. Backend. Disclosure parameter and explicit. Right. Key twice. Missing here. Now struct. Key empty. Declare. No. That I think is fixed. Now here. So for all implementers, I have the impl key, which is generic. Oh gosh, generics for this are gonna be like difficult. Because where do I get the generics? Generics are really trait generics minus 1 parameter. So it's kind of the trade generics, but like, at the same time, yeah, that's not gonna be easy to do generics. just to do it. Um, whatever, body, TCX, backend, QGenus backend, CG function name, body, which is TCX, optimized MIR, key or impl key. Hippie eyeballs, huh? Map. What do you pass as a map again? Oh right, generic map. Qualify as default. What is this? Also called fast fallback, is an algorithm published by IETF that makes dual attempting to connect using both IPv4 and IPv6 at the same time, preferring IPv6, thus minimizing IPv6 brokenness and DNS violation experienced by users that have perfect IPv6 connections or setups. The name Happy Eyeballs derives from the term eyeball to describe endpoints which represent human internet end users as opposed to servers. Yeah, that's an interesting name. Reachable parts of internet, something. Fast fallback. Yeah. CG function name. Right, I need the name. Name I'm extracting from. Wait, it's wrong. Convert past TTX. Item def ID. Something like that. No, at least. Stringing you into. Where was this? Oh. I messed up. It's supposed to be name. In fact. Cogent moderate 272. Yeah, that's useless now. Compiler unexpectedly panicked, trying to declare something that hadn't. Yeah, right. I didn't fix the issue. I've been there for 2 hours. I still didn't fix the issue. I still haven't addressed it. I was just dancing around. There it is. Yeah. Undeclared function. I'm supposed to call them, invoke the macro. Where is it? Issue address me. Okay, sure. You're addressable by an IPv6 IP. Is it me? It's a meme, is it a meme? I don't know. I don't know memes. I'm not a meme person. It's an elephant standing with the text address me. Oh, an elephant in the room. Right. But yeah, still I haven't seen this before. So I'm supposed to do this, and that is if map dot generic. Then I'm supposed to do this. Yes, the same macro. Now here it's gonna be somewhat different. Well, I mean, actually, it's gonna be the same name. It's gonna be different generics. The elephant in the room. It's time to address the elephant in the room. Nah, we can live with this. How long can you ignore an elephant for? Um... So here we don't have a map. We don't have anything. Okay, 10.45.100.121. Actually, it was IPv6, but whatever. Yeah. Just never call it 127.0.0.1. Cause then you're never gonna get rid of it. Invoke macro. So I am supposed to invoke this because traits are inherently generic. Privately. 10.54. These functions live. So where am I supposed to get the name? Yeah, it's this name. In fact, I can probably get rid of the into here, put into here, and the args. Oh, the args, the generic args are gonna be more difficult. So currently I'm just ignoring macros, but I need to convert the type. The trait is implemented for. So I can do create, add starts, add over. I love how quick it is for you. Unfortunately, not everyone experiences that nice of an experience with that. Not always. I mean, yeah, but still. Sometimes it's 1:30. Like, dude, the ad itself is supposed to be 3 minutes. I only set it to 3 minutes because, like, you're judging by your messages, it's never 3 minutes long. And so that way I actually get no mid-rolls, no pre-rolls, and still like minimize the ads. So like idea is I make mid-rolls more rare by not by increasing its length. Well, by increasing its length, but the length doesn't actually increase because like there aren't actually any ads that are 3 minutes long. Unfortunately, that's not for everyone. But yeah, I feel like it's still better to have rare long ads than a lot of short ones. But 3 minutes, to be honest, is a lot. It's always better to have Twitch Turbo. I'm pretty sure streamers actually get more from Twitch Turbo than from ads. Although I'm not entirely certain, but still. Anyway, I convert which type do I convert and where do I get the map? The map, I guess I hardcode the map to nothing for now. And the type is impl dot self type. There we go. It's sharing. Type of key, type param predicate, type of opaque. How do you lower the type? So I need like HER to welcome back from the ads. HER others. HER trait item. No. I need HER type to MIR type. It's lower. Resolver for lowering. How do I get the type? Type. I guess I kinda need just the FID. Which I can get from HAR ID, I think. But no, this is really annoying. So what I really need is the self type for. Well, yeah, no, that's exactly what I like. There's no other way than to get that from the impl. But I cannot get impl type. Self types are holding in type theory. No, I'm not about that, I think. Impl. How do we get type from an impl? Turns the traits. Predicate something. Impl trait header. It returns a trait that implements along with some header information. I don't think that's enough, but worth checking. I mean, that's kind of too much, but still. Yeah, it's just the trait stuff. I don't need the trait, I need the self type. If I do the trait, polarity, stop state polarity. If I go polarity, I go look that up. Probably, yeah, positive, negative, and reservation. This is a stability hack, not a real Rust feature. Polarity, ease of trait. Well, it's so easy to get the trait. Why is it so hard to get the type? Well, I mean, maybe it's not hard. It's just trait and pull of a sock. Popularity, impulse, super impulse, self guaranteed. Like, can I check the definition of the function? Maybe it's no. This is not the right one or something. No, it's not. Impulse. Like, how do we get the self? Get the trait. Expect the given input trait type. Yeah, that's different. Bro. Impulse self. How do I get the query? How do I find the query? I want to see the code. This is not the code. How do I actually get the query implementation? There's just description. That's it. Let's just search. Rust. There we go. Okay, so it isn't somewhere in here. Still kind. Whoa, something complicated. Inference. So there's inference context. Param environment. TCX type of impl def ID. Can I just type of impl? Can I just do type of impl? This would be so dumb, to be honest. But I mean that would be useful. Simple is a key. It's just the key. This key, yeah. No way that returns what I want. But if it does, I'll be happy. I'll be very happy. Scroll up for that. What is this? Non-null of T. Wait, this is correct, I think. Returns the type of definition for the balances. Yeah, I just need to. Is there that thing? Instantiate identity. That's what I want, right? And we don't have a map yet, but we will. Unnormalized. Okay, whip. Skip norm whip. You shouldn't use this function, but like, what do I use instead of it? Okay, so it's angry. Why are you angry? Oh, because it's an option. Because this is optional. Imagine impl for unit. Collect. Back. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing, actually. Because, like, temporarily I'm just collecting an option into a slice or something. into it, but then later I'm gonna create a vector and actually populate it with extra generics. Still angry though. It's probably gonna be like macro not found and something stupid. Okay, maybe not stupid. Probably something that I'm gonna regret. Why is there so much text reset? There is way too much text, but whatever. No, it's still this. What do you mean it's undeclared? What do you mean it's undeclared? Actually, no, I know why it's undeclared. Because the name is still incomplete. Because this is supposed to be named into. This is gonna be self type. Let self type equals this. So we have the self type. Then invoke name. Name shall be mutable. Now, where do I use? Now I just push underscore and hashable name. And then I do name into, and this is gonna be self type. If let some type equals self type, and I will do so let this is dirty, but I'm gonna clean it up later, hopefully. So I'll do this, then I'll do that. I'll get rid of this. Trade name, because I already need the, because I'll need the type self ty. Now this is gonna be ty hashable name. This is gonna be reference as per. Wait. Yeah, no, it's correct. So this should work now. Please do. Please do. No, it doesn't. Let's do this so they can see the earth. Not yet implemented. 151. That's where was that? Hey, Monster Gaming. 151. That's yes. This. Unwind, resume, terminator. Whatever. Oh, get pool. I don't see anything. There we go, something works. What am I working on? A transpiler from rustc, and look, it actually does something. Yeah, technically this is incorrect, but we'll get to this in a moment. Self! Clone self! Oh my god, why? How did this happen? How did self bleed in? Can I just debug the self? So here I want to debug or actually in fact I'm gonna debug this. Okay. So no null of t, argument, arguments. How did it become self? I don't understand. Okay, so this is clone. This is clone. And I don't see arguments clone. Also, this is way too many times. It's called way too many times. Oh wait, because it's for each function. Still way too many times. Oh no, wait, argument and arguments separately. Okay, so how did we end up with self here? It's supposed to print self once or twice, right? I guess, for some reason. No, it's never self. How did we end up with this? Also, this is a pointer to const self, but pointer itself is not const. Oh, yeah, sure. Doesn't really matter. How did we end up with this? So self ty is never self. Which means I invoked macro somewhere. So I probably called this once with self as an arg. And that self wasn't resolved. Wait, how though? Don't get it. So the map must have been empty. Like how? Why? Like, So do we see any selves in here? We see teeth, we see self, we see a self. Where does this come from? Can I panic if it's self? Nah. Okay, so where does it function? Where is function used? How does the self bleed in here? So for ADT and here, but in here it shares a name, so in here actually. Global ZST function. Well, that can't really be the case. Clone. Actually, no, it might. But it's like, it's clone of self. And here is clone of source. Wait, it might be clone from. But clone from is never instantiated. Wait, no, clone from. Yeah, no, clone from is never instantiated. Clone for argument. So yeah, it could be this. No, it can't be this. It's not clone for self. I don't know. This cannot be self. Where is actually clone self must be called from somewhere. Wait, is it gone? No, it can't be this. No, it can't be this. No, stop git pulling. Where's main? Clone self. Huh? There it is. It is argument source. Wait, it is arguments constructor. It is arguments constructor. That is what? I don't understand. Why do we have a clone? Why do we have a copy constructor? Like, where did this come from? We have it. Hold on a moment. So go away. So I wanted to print my yarn to see where the self is coming from. So args, for some reason, args doesn't main actually call the copy constructor. No, main doesn't even call the copy constructor. Arguments don't even have copy. Arguments, for some reason, arguments do not implement clone. I don't understand why, but they don't. Right here. Like the clone method for arguments is just gone. And so is for argument. Like I don't understand why. Anyway. We have argument, we have clone for all three. Like what? Mer for CTFE. What is CTFE? Rust CTFE. Compile time functional during compilation. Clone from sure. Clone from sure. Clone. There is no function like that. That doesn't exist. It's probably the mess up in formatting. We go to what's it called? Cgen creator lib. So in here we have sim name. This is a very messed up process. I'm pretty sure I fixed it somewhere, somewhat. There we go. Non-core, non-null t, core clone, core clone clone, core non-null t. And now the arguments should be the correct function to be called. Clone from arguments is also defined, which is interesting. But yes, core clone clone self still exists, to be very clear. So that is clone from. Oh yeah, right, that's a clone from signature. So it is clone from. You know what? I can probably let mute new symbol equals string new for split in symbol split by underscores. Oh yeah, right. I'm gonna do this. Let accept. I'm gonna rename symbol to split, and then new symbol push stir split and underscore. Which OS? This is Nix OS. That. By the way, I recently found out about QuickShell, which is a pretty cool thing. People did some cool stuff with it. So I wanna try get my hands into it. It's like a toolkit to build the desktop. That's instead of Waybar, which I do have Waybar. I just have it hidden on streams because it's like taking space. If only this loaded. There we go. So like here, also animations ideally. Oh, you cannot see animations because this is lagging. But there are animations. There are animations to this, and like there's just a bunch of cool things you can do with it. And there are button widgets. That website is heavy. Well, I don't know if that website is heavy. There's just a video playing. But yeah, this is Qt and QML. Crypto mining for sure. Right. So index. But yeah, I wanna get my hands into this. And married. Right, this is not Python. Put parentheses. Like weird how Rust lets you not put parentheses in many places but not tuples. But I guess it makes sense. Split. T2's live, by the way. Speed. Split. new symbol push underscore. That's just a little hack to make stuff easier to read. And it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. Oh, because I'm never using new symbol. Symbol equals new symbol. Covino's live. Happy second Monday. The guy reviews the stuff that the week is going on. Only there's Mondays and Fridays. Now it's Sunday for me still. KXZ live. I'm not following KXZ, so I don't know. Not safe. It's just everyone just went live at this point. At this time. So yeah, this should be a little nicer. Clone from non-nullity. Yeah. Yes. What is it for? Well, it's for compiling. IRAD live. Well, yeah, I'm not following IRAD either anymore. I don't know. It's like there are some streamers I just watch without following, or rather I unfollowed but I still watch them. Or some that I didn't. Just, like, I don't know. My follow list is way too long. And yeah, to be honest, I don't really watch IRAD as much as I used to. Modbite not a follower, yeah. But yeah, also I'm not using Twitch nearly as I'm not watching Twitch nearly as much as before. Oh, by the way, Bad Cop answered. It's probably not actually up, just Cloudflare caching it. Yay. Bad Cop says it's gonna work soon. Fat Funny Cat, thank you for the follow. This is a familiar name. This really is a familiar name. 16 messages, obviously it is. How far am I from the end? That's what you asked when you just joined the chat last time. Yeah, far. I mean, actually, I'm getting closer than I thought I would be. Than I thought I would ever be. But yeah, I need to fix this. So, clone from... When I generate clone from... Why does it not substitute... Oh, cause the map... Right. Right. It's a map. Where is it? So here, generic map could either be this, or it could be, or it could contain self. So let impl key. So we're gonna have impl key, and we're gonna have default impl is default impl. So map get map or so in this case it is default impl, otherwise key it is key false, something like that. There we go. Okay, so because the map is from traits to impulse, so if we do get it, it's not default. Okay, right. Now I get the name as well from trait. So And I also get self type. Next, I'll invoke the macro trait method. So I'm declaring the trait method. And I'm also generating the name. And then I'm actually code genning the method. Now, map will have to change if I... Well, I'm not creating a Rust compiler. I'm already, like, I am using the existing compiler. I am just writing my own backend for it and a lot of other infrastructure as well. In fact, Rust actually has two compilers because Rust Analyzer is a whole separate project, but it is capable of actually executing, evaluating, and evaluating a Rust code, and also generating MIR, which is like the exact thing you would use in a backend. So it's like it's actually capable enough to compile Rust, which is why I might try to implement a backend for it too. But I don't know. Yes, that's a very that's deep rabbit hole. Rust Analyzer needs it from macros, right? I mean, it might actually, but it's still weird because if proc macros, then like you have proc macro crates separately. Can't Rust Analyzer just call cargo and say, hey cargo, can you please, or well rustc, and say just, hey rustc, can you please compile the proc macro crate for me? And then Rust Analyzer would just execute the code from the proc macro crate. It doesn't have to go to MIR deep. Like, I guess some lints run, yeah, knows. There's like actually no reason to have MIR in Rust Analyzer. I don't know. Unless it actually compiles the crates itself and it's like fully independent from rustc. But like, then like why? Then just why? I mean, I guess actually that could make sense. I don't know. Self ty orco ty orco type. New brain custom features trust compiler. I mean, it's not that hard, and I'm not really adding many custom features. I'm just implementing my backend. But yeah, to be honest, that task, oh, that's like the forever project that you don't think you will ever complete, and it's like it sounds impossible. But I guess, I mean, that's like how I felt about it, I guess. Okay, so now I need to convert this to. I mean, I guess I could either do either once ty map or chain this collect and you shall collect it to. Wait, I cannot do that. I can't do it. I need to do it separately here, I guess. Let new map. New args. Body args. Oh, so I need like conditional, like an option. Well, yeah, I guess. Default implementations. I don't want to copy extra. So we get the name, sure. We get the keys, we get the name. Then we convert the type. Read name. I guess I could move this here. So then convert the type and change the name, invoke macro, and then let well, I guess I'm just gonna create with capacity create types generic map. Wait. Well, currently self ty is some. So this is 0, 1, and is default input. Well, or really, I guess I'll just multiply by this as its size. As you said, there are reasons. There are reasons why I would do that, why I would do that. And now if is default input, that's obviously option as a size that obviously doesn't work. It's some. So if this is true, then if let sum ty self ty, which wait. Basically, wait, wait, I do need this. I 100% need this. And I will actually create an iterator for that. Self-type into iter, then chain later, and collect into vex. So new args equals this. Or I guess trait generic args. It's a vector, and then I'll let map be either the map we already have, which is currently this, but if it's is default impulse, then we'll have extra logic to recycle this map. But really what we do is just to create a new one. I guess just make it public. It's technically a built-in API. Offset is self plus lifetimes. So param index, if param index is 0, it's a self param. Or it's yeah, it's the self param, or it's the actual zeros param, in which case offset should be 0. Which is so broken. I might as well add a bool here. I mean, I guess I could just steal this non-empty and just, you know. So yeah, we could. Yeah, actually, I did yesterday. So that I want to see how this works. Do you think I can stream 3 times a week so that you can test it out? I mean, as far as I know. Oh, by the way, it's also time limited. It's also like it's just a month. It lasts just a month. I think yesterday I checked, it was like 28 days or something. So it lasts just a month. But yeah. As far as I know, it's just channel points. Just extra channel points. Game. Which is nice. And the UI is also looking pretty interesting. UI is looking like it's gonna be interesting, that's what I meant. So we need to subtract lifetimes, which I sure hope we don't have, because God, I don't have the protest. But yeah, that's for now. I'll just need to handle generics properly. speaking of types, go to types, types, this types, here where I create generic map, this is actually, it would actually be better to create generic map new from an empty args array, but still with generics, because that would actually take lifetimes into account. And also is empty, count doesn't count lifetimes, or does it? No, it does. So like really I can't do that. How do I check lifetimes? This is gonna generate extra stuff. So it's either has self or has params or parents params. Gosh, this is annoying to deal with. On params, so yeah, we use on counts. Requires monomorphization. Ooh. That is what I want, really. Wait, well, if it doesn't actually, and I need to provide TCX here. This is actually useful. So this is more correct. Oops, this is more correct. So just I need to account for lifetimes basically. Hopefully parent stuff is not gonna mess me up. And yeah, this is for now 0 for lifetimes and self. Actually no, has self true. Doesn't really matter though. And then I have to provide the type, or I guess args. The new args, the create generic args. Create generic args. So that's the idea. In reality, I'm gonna receive already a map. I'm gonna change stuff from this map in here. And then I'm also gonna use the maps offset in here. But prepend. I don't know how to process self. Because if there is already a self, do I need to substitute it? It's difficult. I'm gonna have to check. If there is no self, then I'm gonna have to do all this. So now, clone from argument is gonna call clone self still. This is annoying. Well, at least clone arguments doesn't do that. So clone from still does self stuff, which is annoying. I thought. Oh wait, I'm not using the map. That would explain it. Because it should actually crash if I messed up, which is good, I guess. Clone from argument equals clone argument. Look, it works. Yay! Oh, I'm tired. But yeah, this is kind of messed up. I guess I should. I guess the ideal way would be to store stuff somewhere in rustc backend and then borrow the backend in the or wait what? Yeah, ideally I would store some references somewhere and then reference that somewhere in my macros, and then in macros I would just dynamically resolve traits and everything and anything, and well, yeah. And then it's just like whenever you request a macro to generate a function, yeah. So the current problem with this is just that trait declarations are fine, but trait definitions inline that self parameter, and that's an issue. So it's like partially called. And in terms of macros, that's a problem. But whatever, I guess I'll also have to call the codegen codegen macros. But I mean, this works somewhat. CG function. Somewhat working trait. Push that. But yeah, we're still far from being done with this. Like, I really need to get generics here, and I will need to. Well, I guess, yeah, I'll need to call codegen macros. I'll need to check if they exist. Because, like, I mean, they should, or should they? Well, they might not be declared, and that's a whole another issue. Actually, I should probably declare them in the declare stage. Yeah, maybe I should. I guess I should. I don't know if I should. It's difficult because monomorphization. But yeah, it would make sense to declare generic stuff in that stage. On that stage. And trait functions, they're just another kind of pain. But yeah, just separate the path. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream before the ad starts, because Twitch does not let me snooze that. So we're gonna do that stuff tomorrow. Anyone we can read? Nigel, I need your help. Come back, Twitch. I don't know. Well, 0 out of 3, in fact, for me. Like, I have not snoozed an ad in the past like 5 streams. This is still at 0. I don't know why. So yeah, you've got 1 minute and 54 seconds to rate somebody. Up to you who, because I don't know. Like, if you need suggestions, what do you mean? It did refill before. Well, yeah, maybe per month or year. No, it was refilling much faster. But yeah, you've got 1 minute to raid. Week. It was like per stream. Anyway, Nigel, you have somewhat, I mean, I guess. But it's been forever. It's been forever since like I last snoozed. It's been more than a week, definitely. Anyway, if you're not in my Discord server, go join, and yeah, thank you all for joining. I will see you guys in a few days. Bye. Chat here. 40 seconds until ads.